Well, guys, well played. Declan, you fought, and in the end, how big a goal has this guy got you?
Massive. Ever since I've come to the club, even before I come to the club, he delivered big moments, and the amount of times he scores in big games for us. A lot of players can sulk if they get put on the bench, but every time he comes in, he shows his heart, desire, and the run and the finish is just unbelievable. At that stage of the game, to have that composure, he fully deserves it. You wouldn't meet a nicer guy. So even though we didn't win, I thought we thoroughly deserved. I thought we dominated today. We played really, really well. Just couldn't break them down. Fair play to them, but in fairness to him, he's come on and produced a moment of magic. So we're happy with that.
So just tell us then about that mentality, not thinking of yourself as a sub, thinking of yourself as a finisher and knowing you can still affect the match.
Yeah, I mean, it's for those moments that I work for. I mean, we played really well. I think we were unlucky in certain moments because we had some chances as well. And yeah, it was a great ball from Ebbs, and I just tried to put it in the back of the net. And yeah, really happy with the goal, but we need to work more, and yeah, we want to win those games as well.
So, like you say, it was a great pass from Eze, but do you have to almost show him where the pass is by making the right run?
Yeah, I mean, with the players that we have, Dek, Martin, Ebbs, Marino, I know if I make those runs, at least if I make 3 in the game, at least one I'll get the ball and I'll have the chance. So this is what I try to do, and yeah, again, great pass from Ebbs.
What was your reading of the game? Did you sense that you forced them back, or was it maybe a different City this season stepping back and trying to hit you on the counter-attack?
Yeah, I think we've obviously gained the respect of the opposition. They know the quality that we have, from back to front. I think in my time here at Arsenal, we probably haven't dominated a game like that against Man City as we did today. I thought obviously in the first half we passed and moved really well. In the same second half it was constant pressure, but there was always that threat from them of the counter-attack. But in the end I think we thoroughly deserved the goal. If we had come away losing that game we would have been really disappointed. So in the end I think a point's probably fair, but we obviously want to win that one. Yeah,
what was the message at half-time, 1-0 down? Did you feel like even though you're behind on the scoreline, actually the performance was okay?
Yeah, I could sense a bit of frustration inside the stadium, obviously because we were having so much of the ball. But again, they defended really well. We maybe had 1 or 2 chances in the first half, and we knew second half we had to step on it. And within the first 5 minutes, we created 2 or 3. So the message at half time, was to keep going, keep pushing, keep overloading them. And obviously in the end, they changed to a back 5, went to a 5-4-1, which I've never seen them do, and they were obviously trying to hang on. So obviously to get the draw at the end was good for us.
Well done, guys.
Thank you.
Well done.
How dominant his time has been.
Yeah, but I just look at the situation where it finds itself here, where I think there's 6 players from each team in such a small area. Now, certainly of late, Pep Guardiola's wanted his wide players to be a lot narrower. You see Doku, you see Foden in there. But also, the way the modern game is played, defensive players, if the attacking players are deep, you go in there with them. You're on the front foot, you're pressing high. And we know that battle between Haaland and Gabriel has gone on for the last few years now, but Gabriel's not going to win a race against them. Absolutely devastating pace on that counter-attack. And I mentioned at half-time, it felt like the type of goal we used to always see Erling Haaland score for Borussia Dortmund. The Bundesliga notoriously is a counter-attacking league. We don't see him as much for Manchester City now, but that is just like absolutely unstoppable.
They scored a goal against Wolves earlier in the season, so I think it's definitely something part of the game. I think Pep's been quoted on saying that's an area they want to improve as well. Counter-attack, because they're going to be defending a little bit deeper. But that was this. I love watching this. This is unstoppable. You don't know about players, and we talk how brilliant Haaland is in around the box, but that's just power, determination, and the calmness at the end. Fantastic. I thought his first half performance was brilliant.
It was amazing.
Ryan is in this position, Roy. You see, he's not really looking at Haaland. Is that almost like a deliberate?
Yeah, I think so. He's waiting, and he's biding his time, of course. And again, it looks so simple, but very difficult just to get that time and pass so he doesn't get him offside. And obviously, he's waiting for the defender to suck him in enough. And the timing and the weight of the pass, fantastic.
Your team's performance?
We cannot make analysis without what happened this week. Like we play the tough games United and Champions League, and on Thursday now today, and the team like is so powerful in all the aspects. It just heads off to the team how they're resilient. Of course, it's so difficult where you're not effective in high pressing and you're not effective in the build-up. Always is so tough and so difficult to do it. we make some transitions. I think the result is fair. It's a little bit, we're close in the 5 or 10 results, but I think in general Arsenal was better. And yeah, the team was there, and yeah, we had better result than last season. I would say we had better result than last season against United, so we take for that.
So, is the most pleasing thing for you the togetherness your team's shown today? That's something it feels like you've been looking for and looking at in the early weeks of the season.
Well, absolutely. I think since United, when the transfer window's finished and everybody knows that we'll be here for a long time. Of course, it has been. The togetherness in the 3 games have been top. Of course, in the way we play today, it's so demanding for them. They are so aggressive, and in the long balls, on balls, they are so really good, and they have everything. So we defend incredible well the corners, like they are masters, and yeah, we take that point. Of course, we have to improve, but after 5 games in the Premier League is where it is.
I think you said you weren't effective in your high pressing. Why was that?
They were better, and we were incredibly tired. So sometimes the people don't realize. So the game against Napoli, Champions League, was so emotional. And after that recovery day, and they ask you how to wait 4 or 5 hours, because maybe you don't know, you live in London, you have that privilege, but the people who live in the northeast, so we have 4 or 5 hours to arrive into London, and it's more fatigue and everything. So, and guys, the team, like they fought the last 2 Premier Leagues to win it, and arrived semi-final Champions League, and not just Man City invest money, they did it as well, and it's so tough. So I could not expect differently, but we were there. We talk about you have to be so strong in terms of mentality. We have done it.
So in the end, I know you said before the game, schedule's not an issue. In the end, the schedule was an issue for you today. It's fair question, no?
You are the journalist, my friend. You understand my process and what happened. Don't understand me. 10 years we are together, so. Okay. Honestly, so of course it's not effective. The mindset has to be strong, but we have a lot, fatigue with the same players. We have, how many injuries. John came back for the injury for the national team for a long time. We have Cherky, we have Rainuri, we have Nathan had been out as well all the time. So we have to put a lot of players maybe forget that the rhythm. Kusanov was injured with this kind of positions with the pace that he has. We don't have it. So many things can happen. But if you want to bring it, the fact that now I'm complaining for the schedule, that's okay. I'm complaining for the schedule. Are you satisfied?
No.
Okay.
Wait. Sorry, I thought you were going through the kitchen sink at them, pile the attacking players onto the pitch. In the end, do you have the sense that you got maybe even the least you deserved?
Well, I'm very proud of the team, I must say. The way we played dominated them, and I'm very disappointed with the results.
What did you make of the first half?
Well, we started incredibly well, so dominant again. We were playing in their half, and we didn't allow them to breathe. But in one action, that was very chaotic because the ball bounces, it's a duel there, we lose it. And suddenly they find themselves 3v2 in open spaces, and they are lethal there, and they finish the action with the quality that they have. After that, we had 5 shaky minutes that we have to reset mentally because it was so unfair to concede a goal with what we were doing. And after that, we just completely dominated the game again.
Do you have the sense that it was an unstoppable goal? I mean, think back to the Szoboszlai goal against Liverpool. I mean, it's a different kind of goal, but...
There is always things that we can do better from the beginning, the way we deliver the cross when we have an overload in the back post to a defending organisation after. We made it a bit easy for them, but the speed, the execution, the quality that they have as well, you have to congratulate the opponent.
So you obviously changed a couple of players at half-time. Alongside that, what did you say to your team?
Let's continue to do a lot of the good things that we are doing, reset mentally, because the game is there for the taking. And if we will continue to do that and improve 2 things, especially that we had to do a bit better to give ourselves better chances and more momentum, we're going to score the goals, and we're very close to that.
What were those things, Miguel?
That stays in the dressing room.
Right, fair enough. You talked before the game, in fact, you've talked all season long about finishers, having guys who can come on and affect the match. Eze's ball, Martinelli for the second time in a week. So is that a really pleasing thing from today? Those guys having the right mentality and obviously the quality to come on and affect the match.
Very pleasing. The ones that didn't play in Bilbao, like Willy, for example, and Leo, that they get the chance to play and they play at the level that they did. The ones they did, and Gabi probably deserved to play, he didn't. And instead of moaning, he comes with an unbelievable energy to help the team to get a point. Epps, the same. And every player is going to be doing that because we know how difficult and tough it's going to be, and we're going to need everybody at the best.
I know you said you're disappointed with the result, at least. How big a point, though, might that be?
I don't know, but obviously you cannot win it. At least don't lose it, and we created an unbelievable moment to score the goal. But the overall feeling, because I know how hard it is to do what we've done on the pitch against Manchester City with that level, with that coach, I wanted more reward for the team.
Have you seen them like that? Like they were, particularly second half in a 5-4-1. Stones comes on, Ake comes on for Foden. It feels like, I don't remember seeing City really like that. I think they had 34% of the ball.
Well, I think every team tries to do their best to get the results, and that's it.